What's going on, Skill Army? Mr. Skillman, back at you again. Just wanted to get something off like I always do. Just continue this segment, you know what I'm saying, out here enjoying this beautiful weather. It is November 3rd and about 80 degrees. Got a nice little breeze, you know, some light scattered storm, not even storms, but rain. And I'm just out here enjoying a nice long walk, you know, around the property and getting some things together for my next little project. But you know, we got to keep it greasy here at Skillman's Post, you know what I'm saying? Talk about a little bit of everything. And one thing I want to talk about that sometimes, you know, I think just sometimes where our world operates is that, we learn from other people's mistakes or lives or lifestyles or experiences, and we parallel those with our own. And so we can kind of, based on our attitudes, our energy, our motivation, our discernment, our upbringing, our behaviors, we kind of put those, and where we want to be at, we put those up against our own. You just get insight into other folks' lives. And I just wanted to talk about when couples get together, like nowadays, is it some kind of trend that they basically get together first and then figure out if they're going to be compatible, if they're going to be able to handle finances, if they're going to be able to watch the kids, if they're going to be actually, do they really like each other? Like, they get together and then figure all that out later. And I'm not quite understanding how or why people do that. I think in most cases it happens when people are, once again, reactive and not proactive to their situations, and they find themselves in a bind, and they're kind of, they basically overextend themselves, like a used up fucking credit card. Not only in the real sense, like, apparently this individual, they're tapped out. Credit cards are ran out. Everybody feels like they don't make enough money on their job. But at the same time, they have terrible spending habits. They are emotional spenders. They like to spend their money on bullshit, things that don't, support their livelihood and really making any progress in life, or even keeping food on the table, or making sure their kids can just have basic stuff, or investing in the things that allow them to create more time or more money or more resources. If you're a single parent out here and you're working or whatever like that, and that you might have to get 2 jobs, but one of those jobs might necessarily be needed for a temporary amount of time to cover childcare expenses, but they won't even do that. They'll go spend their extra money on some weak ass McDonald's fake ass meat and stuff like that, and that should add up over the course of 2 or 3 weeks, and then be mad that they don't have little Johnny's fucking camp money, or money for the holidays. And these same people, they carry the energy of, because they're so overextended, that they'll have their little money coming in, they'll go to work or whatever, they'll spend frivolously or whatever on dumb shit, and then have the nerve to ask you to borrow money. And I ain't talking about $10, $20, which you shouldn't even really need $10, $20 unless it's a real serious emergency situation. They want 100, they want 200 to get an oil change in their 2023 brand new truck. They want $150 because they need more. They need to put their badass kid in camp, or they need a babysitter or something like that. Are you serious? Like, I'm supposed to let you borrow my hard-earned money after you've spent all yours up on dumb shit? And then last but not least, that's even worse than some situations like that, is these same people, these are the situations going on. But then, because, and this is a female I'm talking about, because unlike, I'm not just picking on females, because the difference is with the males, it is just way too many sorry ass fucking lesser men out here who will come to the aid of a female, put them up, pay their bills in hopes that they'll start liking them and want to be in a relationship, and not have them earn anything, and then still be put on the back burner, right? Still not be able to get the pussy, still be basically manipulated into conforming to the needs of the person that they're covering. For example, a weak ass, simpy ass type of dude will bring a chick in, right? With no boundaries, no standards. They don't talk about the finances or whatever. Allow her to spend all her money dumbly, motherfucking She'll claim she's trying to pay off her debt. She'll claim she's trying to whatever. This fool will cover the bills and then still allow this woman to come in and say, well, I don't like your furniture, so let's get some more. Or, hey, you know, my son needs the TV in your little extra spare bedroom where you keep some extra storage stuff. We need to get those boxes out of there. And my son needs a new futon and a flat screen TV for his PlayStation. You know what I mean? And this sorry motherfucker will go do it. But anyway, like I said, unfortunately, it's guys like that who, I guess, you know, I'm not even gonna say that, you know, they make the other people think, or they make them do that, because that's not the case. The sad thing is that that same person who's receiving that type of treatment will, if they come across any type of controversy or they come across whatever, they'll still blame it on the person who allowed them sanctuary. You know what I mean? So anyway, this person will come in, right? Tease this person along. They will sell their souls. They will be cashing out or crediting their relationships, right? Because they'll come from a toxic situation and the simpy ass dude is saving them or whatever like that. They'll come from the most toxic situation, put themselves in another situation just to not have to pay bills. Just to not, you know, their peace of mind. They have no peace of mind whatsoever. They don't understand that, hey, sometimes you might have to just, you know, pay the bills. You got to pay the rent. You got to pay your car note. You got to whatever. And it's temporary if you make the right decisions. It's temporary. You know what I'm saying? But the peace of mind, the idea of calling something your own, not having to ask permission to do things around the house, being able to decorate as you want. You know what I mean? Be able to come and please as you want. They will compromise and sacrifice all that, tease, fake, overcredit their emotions, overcredit their spirituality, overcredit their bodies even. You know, hey, you know, I won't, you know, I'll kiss you and I'll suck on the tip, but you can't put it in. You know what I mean? And I know you want a relationship and I know you want to take it more serious, but I'm not ready for a relationship right now. I'm still traumatized and battered from our last relationship. You know, you asked me to come here, you know, and I told you I would come, but I wasn't looking for a relationship. And you said you would respect my boundaries and shit like that. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, you'll give that fucking soap opera, you know what I'm saying, for the sake that you ain't got to pay this fucking rent or this mortgage. You ain't got to pay that light bill. Although your sorry ass son want to stay up all night and play PlayStation and run my goddamn bill up, but you can't even give me no nookie. It's crazy, but this is the type of shit that's happening. You know what I mean? Folks are leveraging their livelihood, leveraging their emotions, leveraging their spirit, leveraging their bodies just to be in a situationship. Like, right? And in that situationship, they don't own anything. They don't have anything. At any given moment, someone can say, hey, I'm tired of your shit, you know, and get out of there. You don't know these people. You don't know what their credit history. You don't know. Matter of fact, well, you know what they tell you. Like, they'll sit there and tell you, yeah, I got, not ejected. I can't think of the fucking word right now. I got evicted. Yeah, my baby daddy, you know, he don't fuck with me or the son or the kid or whatever. Yeah, I only work 27 hours a week and I make minimum wage. Yeah, and I don't really care to get an education or get higher, you know, whatever. You know, oh yeah, let's not forget, I have a lot of mental health issues, and yeah, I take a bunch of pills and prescription meds, and yeah, I got weird fucking habits, and you know, I like to bite my toenails and dumb shit like that. And oh, by the way, if you ever did get this nookie, it's gonna be looking like motherfucking Beastmaster down that bitch, because I'm not shaving for you and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is really happening, and I think that it is extremely detrimental. There is a massive amount of folks out here doing this, a massive amount of couples, a massive amount of men and women, especially women, because needless to say, you know, I'm a full-fledged male, and you're getting it from the male perspective. But at the end of the day, you understand what I'm saying? Males should be held just as accountable. These are weak-ass men. You know, they still are not fulfilled emotionally and physically or spiritually, and they have their own self-esteem issues, and you know, they may masquerade as if they're paying the cost to be the boss, but they're really not. They have a big void, and they are mistaken that some woman who has a bigger void than they do is going to come and fix that. So, and they're just basically manipulating each other. This same person, you know, like I say, extending their credit, they're leveraging their soul basically, and they too are moving in with somebody who is an addict or an alcoholic, or you know, someone who has their own untreated mental health issues or quirks, and you know, they're liars. You know, they tell the white lies. They say, hey, you know, yeah, you know, I'm gonna respect your boundaries, and yeah, I get it, you know, I'll wait for you and all this. Wait for what? What you mean you wait for? On what grounds? What do you owe this individual? You don't owe them shit. They living off you. You okay with them living off you for free, for nothing? You don't even get the nookie. When you get the nookie, it look like a Wookiee. Like, come on. You don't get no respect in the house. You let a bitch come change your drapes without putting in a donation. Come on. What are you expecting out here? Really? So yeah, we gotta make that make sense. And I just think that, you know, and it happens in different capacities. You know, the case that I'm talking about is what I would consider a very extreme case. And I just think certain things aren't being realized. You know, like I say, you know, I'm 41. You know, this individual I'm talking about is well above the mid-30s. So, and, you know, kind of tying it into back what I was saying earlier in another segment was, you know, you got to kind of prioritize where you really want to be in life. And even for myself, I'm starting late. You know, I'm understanding later than I'm supposed to. Well, not even supposed to, if it's by God's will, or if I feel like I'm, you know, on the right. I mean, you never know, like someone would say, you know, optimistically, like, okay, you never know when your time is, your time for it. But when you get that time, and, you know, you have to make a decision, or when, you know, how to capitalize, and when it's the right time, you got to get after it. And, you know, some of us blossom at different times, come into different seasons at different times. And for myself, in my opinion, I am still too late. You know, I feel like, you know, that's how I work every day. You know what I mean? Or, you know, I seek therapy every day out here trying to build, cut down, erect, put down, put up, move, transfer, you know, establish, refurbish, demolish, you name it. But I understand that something's got to happen and something's got to be done. And that's my priority, even if I don't get to see the results, because I know at the end of the day, you know, I'm getting plenty of reward through the process, and that somebody close to me will definitely be able to benefit from the time and effort and the work, and me not leveraging my resources, not leveraging my spirit, not leveraging my energy, not leveraging my emotions for the sake of somebody the fuck else. Because this is my life, and that's just what it is. So until next time.